at the Children's Dream Awards, it goes to show you that you're never too young or too small to follow your dreams. In Los Angeles, I'm Jenna Contreras for Valley View News. From pitching, batting, fielding, and catching, these young athletes are learning what it takes to make it in the bigs. Not all stations have room to store a bulldozer. Station 156 has room to store one just in case on windy days like today, a brush fire were to break out in the Santa Clarita Valley. We are moments away from kickoff at the Still Pit. Let's go ahead and go on to Diego Santiago, who's at a Packers-only party. Diego? Today marks 1 week of Occupy Los Angeles. Now protesters are still camping on the lawn of City Hall and holding signs like this one, all in the name of change. With no sign of the NFL lockout coming to an end, some NFL stars are choosing different sports to play. The process of gummy bears being soaked in alcohol could be happening in your kitchen. Teens first start by soaking the gummy bears in a bowl of vodka for about a week. Once the alcohol is absorbed by the gummy bears, teens can take them to school in plastic baggies and get drunk while eating them in plain sight. Jared made his debut in fighting in 2006 and his UFC debut in 2009. He has won 2 Fight of the Night honors and his record is currently 12-3 with 9 knockouts, 2 by submission and 1 by decision. Super Bowl 45 marks the Steelers' 8th trip to the Super Bowl and the Green Bay Packers' 5th. This is, however, the first time the 2 defensive powerhouses will meet in the Super Bowl. A new fire station has been erected in the Santa Clarita Valley. Station 156, located in Valencia, is expected to serve 1,200 fires and emergency calls annually in Los Angeles County. Elected officials were on hand at the dedication ceremony to present Fire Chief Darrell Osby with certificates of appreciation. Santa Clarita Mayor Marcia McLean shared her gratitude to the firefighters for their dedication to protecting Santa Clarita.
We in Santa Clarita, in the city, it doesn't matter whether we're in the city or we're outside of the city in unincorporated, we are so very, very proud and so very, very happy that with our fire department and our fire services, you protect us 100% always, and we're extremely grateful.
LA County Mayor Mike Antonovich cut the ceremonial red ribbon. The new 3,000 square foot firehouse has room for 10 firefighters and dormitories for dozer crews. The station also has a state-of-the-art training room, day room, and full kitchen for use. Chief Osby is excited about the new station and what it brings to the valley.
This is the first facility, fire station that we built that we can actually accommodate our bulldozer personnel, because generally speaking we have 3 bulldozers that we staff seasonally, and they're just staffed for certain facilities, but this one's actually designed to park their apparatus and house the personnel.
Not all stations have room to store a bulldozer. Station 156 has room to store one just in case on windy days like today, a brush fire were to break out in the Santa Clarita Valley. In Valencia, I'm Jenna Contreras for Cougar News. Air traffic controllers will now be required to get 9 hours of sleep between shifts. Supervisors will also have to work more overnight hours. This comes after the latest incident when a pilot had to land in Reno, Nevada without any help because an air traffic controller was asleep at his post.
They're not answering the phone line either. We're going to need to land. Landing will be at your own risk.
This is the 7th time a controller has been found sleeping on the job since the start of the year. Florida Congressman John Mecca says the issue isn't how many controllers are employed, but how they are used.
Air traffic controllers who make on average $163,000 a piece are professionals, but even the best professionals need some recurrent training.
Last week, FAA officials toured the country visiting controllers to hear their concerns. After a 9-0 win last week versus Glendale College, the Lady Cougars looked to breeze past Citrus College. Out to the field where the Cougars looked to start off strong. The Cougars up 1-0. Citrus drives down the field. Jade Vihon's shot is redirected by Julia Willis and into the net to even out the score. In stoppage time, Casey Wesley lofts a shot from midfield and it bounces past the keeper to put the Cougars up 2-1. In the second half, it is Wesley again. This time, her shot is headed in by Elvia Contreras to put the Cougars up 3-1. The Owls tried to come back, and it was Julia Willis who put a shot right past the keeper to bring the Owls within 1. But that was as close as they would get. The Cougars won 3-2. The Cincinnati Bengals lose again. The Pittsburgh Steelers handed the Bengals another loss during Monday Night Football. It was a blowout game until the fourth quarter when both teams stepped up their offense. Antoine Randall L. threw a 39-yard touchdown pass off of a trick play to Mike Wallace to give the Pittsburgh Steelers a 27-7 lead in the fourth quarter. But the Bengals managed to fight back with a touchdown by Terrell Owens and taking out that guy. They drove to the Steelers' 12-yard line before Jordan Shipley had the ball stripped away in the fourth down play. The Steelers held on to the win 27-21. The Bengals fall to 2-6 and the Steelers rise to 6-2.